Alright, so here's the semester exam part 2. I'm just going to focus on what I've already written the test and what problems you need to worry about. So, you won't have to worry too much about, I guess, whatever you don't need to worry about. Whatever, that makes sense. Okay. So anyways, on the piecewise functions, what I decided to do is, can you make sure, like if you see a piecewise function, so if you look at the table on your review, can you answer like questions number 16 and 17? So in other words, can you like say, oh look, he's ordering 34 caps. So if he's ordering 34 caps, that means the price point is going to be $9.50, and then I can say $9.50 times 34 tells me I'm going to spend $323. Or if he's ordering 37 caps, there's a price point of $8.25. So if he spends $8.25 for 37 caps, then he will have spent $305.25. So, not a problem. That should be easy. I think the next problem is the bigger one. For a particular anti-seizure medication, the flush rate is 45%. The initial prescription is for a 150 milligram dose once a day. There's a couple of different ways I could have gone through this, but I decided to stick to problems 18 and 21. If you hear any sniffing, it happens to be my dog who decides he wants to be around and learn some math. So I guess he's going to listen, and hopefully maybe he can teach y'all later on, because apparently he sometimes feels like I can't. Yeah, don't give me that look. Anyways. Alright. So, at what level does the medication begin to level off in the patient's bloodstream? Again, the level off point is equal to the initial dosage over the flush rate. So in this case, we're saying 150 divided by the 45%, but we changed the 45% to a decimal to get 333.33 milligrams. Okay, and then on problem 21, I ask what are the min and the max rates. Okay, the min is just that level off point. That would be my son's playing the Lego movie video game, whatever. So, one of them anyway. 333.33 milligrams. Okay, the max would be the level off point plus the dosage amount. So in other words, in this one, the 333.33 plus 150 to get 483.33. So we took this 333 plus that 150, that's the amount we were taking as a dose, and added them together to get 483.33 milligrams. So I kept it fairly easy. I wanted something that would be decently easy for y'all. Okay? Excuse me. Alright. I did do the whole regression bit, and so, with the Houston Rockets here, make sure you change them all to the same, like, measurement. So, like, in height, if you see someone that's 6'8", remember that means 6 times 12, because there's 12 inches in a foot, which is 72, plus 8 inches. So a person that is 6'8" is 80 inches tall. Okay, so make sure you have them all in the same measurement, and then do a scatter plot. So again, here you would have like a control dock, and when you do control dock, you want to choose choose number 4, lists and spreadsheets. And then you would type that in, type in the table. After you've got that, again, control doc. This time choose number 5, data and statistics, to do the scatter plot. Then you would have to go back to your list and spreadsheets page to do a regression equation. That would again be menu, let's see, 4, 1, and then once you've got that, you get to choose option 3 or 4, either one, because they're the same one, and you write in the answer. And again, like, realize that if you do that, you know, it'll tell you, like, at the very top row, it'll say something like y is equal to, say, mx plus b, and might tell you m is this, b is that. Well, obviously you put those numbers in there. So like in this case, let's say it might say 4.39 and negative 119.05. So you're saying y is equal to 4.39x minus 119.05. Okay, your r is your correlation coefficient. That's 0.53. We know that's moderate, but that's because, again, strong is between 0.7 and 1. Moderate is between 0.4 and 0.69. I guess I should put that as R, not an X. R. And weak is between 0 and 0.39. Alright, so that's that. How can I tell a correlation coefficient? That's pretty much it. This is the second part. I took out a lot. I put a lot of emphasis on part 1. You know, just make sure you can kind of eyeball some. I think I've left it pretty easy for eyeballing. So that's pretty much it. If you do have questions, you know, make sure you ask. I'm going to try to grade these as quickly as possible for you when you turn them in, and we'll go from there. But anyways, that's it. Thank you very much.